Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, in my opinion, there's a huge difference between merely surviving each day and truly thriving. And I believe that difference often comes down to how we end our days. You know, highly successful people, in my opinion, understand this. They know that the key to starting each day with energy and positivity is how they unwind after a long day. And you know, unwinding isn't just about flopping on the couch and binge watching some Netflix. You know, rather it's about doing things that recharge and rejuvenate us. You know, preparing us for another productive day. You know, so what are these things, in my opinion, that successful people do to unwind? Well, I want to share a few of them with you, and perhaps you might find a few you'd like to adopt into your own routine. Now think about this. In my opinion, successful people know how to disconnect. You know, we obviously live in a hyper-connected world, and it's easy to feel like we're always on, you know, with emails, text messages, notifications. I mean, the list goes on and on. Sometimes this damn cell phone never shuts up, you know? But I believe that highly successful people know that to truly unwind, they need to disconnect from all that crap. You know, it's about finding a balance between being accessible and taking time for yourself. And in my opinion, disconnecting doesn't have to mean completely going off the grid. It could be as simple as turning off notifications, setting boundaries for when you check your emails, or even just putting your phone in another room. You know, this period of disconnection will allow you to recharge and refocus. It'll give you the mental space you need to relax and prepare for the challenges of your next day. And you know, successful people, I've always noticed a common habit between highly successful people, and that is reading. And you know, it's not necessarily about reading to gain more knowledge or to stay up to date on the latest trends, although that at times does have a beneficial side effect, right? But instead, it's about taking a moment to escape and relax. I'll give you an example. I have a friend who built a very impressive career in finance, and he's always on the go. But he makes it a point to read for at least an hour each night before bed. And it doesn't matter if it's a gripping novel or an insightful nonfiction book. You know, the act of reading allows him to separate himself from the stresses of the day and immerse himself in a different world. And for me, I've found that reading helps me unwind and de-stress after a long day too. You know, it's like stepping into a different realm. I get to use my imagination. It takes me away from the pressures of my day-to-day life, and it's a practice I've come to cherish. You know, it's also a practice that I'd recommend to anyone who's looking to unwind effectively after a long day. You know, I also believe that regular exercise and physical activity is a common thread among highly successful people. And you know, we exercise not to just maintain our physical health, but it also serves as a great stress buster. You know, think about this. Exercise releases endorphins, which are chemicals in our brains that act as natural painkillers, right? And also it improves our ability to sleep, which in turn will reduce our stress. And you know, you can run, you can do yoga, you can do high intensity interval training. The type of exercise will vary from person to person, but the underlying principle remains the same. Moving our bodies helps us clear our minds. And you know, I'll just recommend that the next time you're looking for a way to unwind after a tough day, skip the couch and hit the gym. Or you know what, do my favorite thing. It's free. Go outside, breathe some fresh air, and take a walk. You know, I believe it'll do wonders for your stress levels and your overall well-being. You know, another thing you might want to consider is having a hobby. Because having a hobby is not just a way to pass time, in my opinion. It's also a great way to unwind and recharge. You see, our hobbies allow successful people to engage in an activity that we enjoy. And then it takes our minds off work, and it also reduces our stress levels as a result. So whether it's playing a musical instrument, gardening, something I love, painting, something my kids love, or even cooking, something my wife enjoys, engaging in a hobby will provide an outlet for creativity and for your self-expression. And it's a chance to step away from the usual grind and do something that will bring you joy and satisfaction. So, don't underestimate the relaxing power of spending time on your favorite hobby. It might seem like you're just having fun, but you're also giving your mind a much needed break to rejuvenate and prepare for another busy day ahead. Another one of my favorite things is meditation. And amidst the hustle and bustle of a jam-packed day, finding a slice of serenity might seem like like chasing a unicorn, my kids would say. But you know what? Successful folks have cracked the code. They swear by meditation. And meditation is like a mental workout where you zone in on something specific, could be your goal, and it could be how you're going to achieve your goal, but mostly it should just be your goals. And the goal in this case will be to dial down the chaos and amp up your focus and awareness on your goals. I know I said goal like 5 times there, but that's what we're doing, right? We're trying to build our goals, achieve our goals, and then live a more successful, happy, and productive life, right? And get this, even a teensy-weensy bit of meditation can work wonders. It's like hitting the reset button on stress and anxiety. It'll give you better sleep and a laser-sharp focus. Research says that you should give it a shot, and I believe you should too, because a few minutes of meditation could be the instrument you need to level up your mental game. And I tell you what, when you get into it, it makes all the difference. It's really incredible in my opinion. Also after a grueling day, there's nothing like the solace and delight of being surrounded by those you hold dear. And I believe spending time with family is a wonderful day to wind down after stressful circumstances or working very hard during the day. And successful individuals grasp this truth unequivocally. Despite their hectic schedules, successful people prioritize spending quality time with their loved ones, with their spouse, with their children. You can tell most anything you ever wanted to know about someone by meeting their spouse and their children, because people put their time and their money where their heart is. And you know what? Somebody who puts their heart with their family, cares about their children, is engaged and involved, and has a happy and loving spouse that is responding to the nurturing and the treatment that they're getting from you as an individual. If you have a spouse and children, it makes all the difference. And it could just be a family dinner. It could be a sit down for a heart-to-heart over a game of cards, or simply snuggling with your spouse, and maybe watch a movie or relax. These moments of connection serve as reminders of your life's true essence. It's what we're here for. We're here to care for others. And remember, your spouse and children, in my opinion, are your biggest fans. They're directly attached to whether you do well or do not. So remember, they care about you so much, they're rooting for you. Give them your time and energy. They deserve it. And your family offers more than just an emotional support system. They serve as a stress reliever for you, or they can. When you're treating your family correctly and showing them the right way, they can be a stress reliever for you. They can help you to foster a sense of well-being. And you know what? They can be a vital tonic that helps you unwind and recharge after a taxing day. Absolutely 100%. Always take a look at your family. How are they responding to you? How are they behaving? It may just be a direct reflection of some behaviors that you're exhibiting, and it might be time for a change. Keep that in mind. It's not a big deal. We can all make changes. We're humans. Remember, when we do different things, we get different results. Approach your family in a different way, you'll get a different response from them. And trust me, it can work out for you. It'll be one of the best support mechanisms that you develop in your life. Trust me. Excuse me. Another thing that I think is really important to unwind at the end of the day, or an idea that you can take forward, is something that I cover quite a bit, and that's practicing gratitude. It's a practice that significantly changed the way I unwind after a long day. It might sound simple, but taking the time to reflect on the things that I'm grateful for has had a profound impact on my overall well-being. Every night before I go to sleep, I jot down at least 3 things that I'm thankful for that day. And some days it's big things, like a successful project completion. Other days it's just something small, like a delicious meal, or we had a beautiful mountain sunset. And I live in Colorado, and I'll tell you what, the sunsets here over the mountains are hard to beat. But this practice of gratitude helps me shift my focus from the stresses and worries of the day to something positive. It's a gentle reminder to me that even on tough days, there's always something to be grateful for. The practice of gratitude can truly help anyone unwind, in my opinion, because it allows you to end your day on a positive note. And speaking of ending your day, high achievers don't compromise when it comes to a good night's sleep. We recognize it's pivotal not only in maintaining our physical health, but also in optimizing our mental sharpness and productivity. Sleep isn't merely downtime. It's the body's chance to recharge, repair, and consolidate memories. So skimping on sleep invites a host of issues like mood swings, lack of concentration, and decreased effectiveness. Now, crafting a nightly ritual is a hallmark of successful people. It guides them to seamlessly, leave the hustle of the day into a restorative slumber. And I'll tell you what, whether it's unwinding with a book, practicing mindfulness, maybe a little meditation, or adhering to a consistent bedtime, it's important for us to prioritize our routines that will promote quality rest for ourselves. And remember, your bedtime routine is as vital as your daytime activities. Prioritizing rest ensures you're firing on all cylinders when the morning comes. I love to go to sleep because I get to dream, and my mind uses its imagination on its own, and I have a very vivid imagination, and I always have incredible dreams. I just kind of enjoy going there. It's a way to get away from all the anxiety and the hype of the day and just kind of settle down and relax, get myself ready to take charge the next day and move forward with my passions, my dreams, and my goals, ensuring that I'm walking down that path with you towards increased success. And I believe that in all of this, I think one common trend you're going to realize: self-care. It's at the heart of unwinding and effectively managing stress. I believe successful people understand that to take care of their responsibilities and to perform at their best, they first need to take care of themselves. You need to say yes to you. And you need to love yourself and take care of yourself. You know what? That is an excellent thing to do. But let me set one thing straight here. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself or indulging in luxuries, okay? It's about listening to your body, listening to your mind, understanding what they need, and taking steps to meet those needs. It could be anything from taking a warm bath to clear your mind, to enjoying a healthy meal, eating better quality food, or simply spending time outside sitting on the front porch, relaxing at the end of the day. But I'm going to tell you right now, the key is to do something that rejuvenates you and makes you feel good. Now, what you do for you may be different than what somebody else does for them, but we're each unique individuals, and we all have our own individual needs that are independent of others. So be sure to kind of analyze yourself, listen to yourself. What is it that you need? Do you need to go outside and breathe some fresh air, take a mind-clearing walk, or do you just need to sit on the porch and relax with some iced tea or some hot tea even, and just take time for yourself to kind of think about the day, think about things you're grateful for, think about your family. You know what I like to do? I like to sit on the front porch and hold my wife's hand. And we just kind of look around, and I can look at the sky and the clouds, but I have her there with me, and I have that love, and that's the most important thing in my life, is that she's there with me and present, because that's how I relax. Knowing that I have somebody that great in my corner makes all the difference for me. I know that when I turn to the right and I see her, I'm seeing my past, my present, and my future all rolled up in one. It makes me feel really good. And you know what? It's one way that I can say yes to myself. But, finding the sweet spot between unwinding and tackling stress head on, I believe is a key to mastering life's balance. But it's not always easy, right? But I do believe that successful people put time into thinking about this until they get the balance down pat. And at that point they get that being at the top of your game isn't about relentless hustle, and constant action. It's about weaving work, relaxation, and fun all into a seamless tapestry, so to speak. And whether it's diving into a good book, centering yourself with mindfulness, indulging in a hobby, or soaking up quality time with loved ones, these aren't just check boxes on your agenda. These are vital ingredients in the recipe for success and well-being. So, as you consider what I've said today, let's not forget, success isn't just about the grind. It's about finding time to unwind, and that is part and parcel part of the journey, And it's those moments of stillness, self-care, and genuine happiness that will keep you resilient and keep you ready to propel yourself forward towards your goals, your dreams, building the life that you deserve to live. Because you know what? You are 100% worth it. And I care about you, and I want you also to know I believe in you. And I know that if anybody can do it, you can. You are amazing. You have incredible things within you that the world just can't wait to experience. And they're all bubbling up inside of you as you're becoming more positive. It's bringing all that goodness to the surface. And you know what? It's not only changing you, it's changing those around you. And you want to be careful, because you never know who around you might be looking to you as an example. And many people in our lives are sometimes just holding on by a thread. And you never know when you might just be that thread. Care for those in your life. But don't forget, also care for yourself. I'll be back tomorrow with some more great stuff. Remember, I'm just trying to keep you thinking, because when we're thinking, we put ourselves in the best position to continue a successful path down that road to achieving the goals and the life that we deserve. Have a beautiful day, friends. I'll be back tomorrow with some more great stuff. Take care.